Hello, guys. Is your host P. Sherman, Wallaby Tank Gaming, back again with another video. In today's video, I'm doing some Steel Division 2. Yeah, it just came out 2 days ago, and I decided to buy it full price. And if you have the original game or the first game, you can get the Americans for free, which I am playing today. I love. I'm playing the U.S. Third Armored. With another U.S. Third Armored. A couple. I think these are the Brits over here, the 15th Infantry Division. I'm actually learning a lot of different divisions in this game. Uh, the Russians over on the left, and Brits in the middle. I think these are Brits and Americans on the right. So what I've decided to do, since I've noticed I am pushing into town, I have noticed that I wanted to smoke out this position, allowing my guys to advance. Is not like Company Heroes 2, where everything's like airsoft and the game you can have units survive and such, and they can take a hit and they can like come back and reinforce. This game actually, like, if you lose a squad, you actually lose the dudes. You can't just like magically reinforce the dudes. So I've decided to take position in the town. Germans are coming in to like come and swarm me in. So I'm gonna get into these buildings. Gonna commander, kind of gonna lead my squads to victory. And it's basically a booster. Half tracks are coming in. I have a couple half tracks supporting my dudes, giving me time. Supported by a Sherman Jumbo and a just command Sherman moving up really slowly. Have a couple recon things on standby. Should have checked them earlier. Still learning this game. So if I do some newbie tactics, that's probably why. This German, I don't know what he was doing. I'm gonna put this on neutral because I don't think it's. Actually, it's fine. We'll just leave it on my perspective during this game. This guy named Angel, he's coming in with a couple infantry squads with half tracks. So they're coming in with those SKWs, half tracks. Meanwhile, on the left-hand side, this bridge is really annoying, really bad to fight over if you're on this side, the south side of this map, the Lien, I think it's called. But thankfully, the Brits have managed to take this bridge, and nothing was defending this town, allowing the Brits to quickly send multiple infantry sections across this bridge. It's like crossing the Rhine, but we're in Russia. Yes, we're in Russia. This is taking place in Russia. Now you may be asking why the Americans and Germans. I think I stated already because it's like it's like a DLC if any owners of the Steel Division 1 has, and if they have it, they get access to it. Infantry with arms with a couple bars and Thompsons and 7 grands are in this building. A couple Panzer IVs are finding shooting at this tower in the distance or this church thing right here. I think it's a mosque. I'm just gonna call it a church. So they're attacking that. Half tracks are supporting, lining up the infantry, armed with 50 calibers. They quickly neutralize that half track. It's a really good machine gun. Dealing with light armored, it's better than the 30 cals, honestly. Another infantry, another half track coming in from some guy. Currently, right now, we have most of the map under control. I don't know what these two. Let's see who was facing. Angel, I think. I'll put this in neutral so I can see everything. So it looks like we have a couple Stern Pioneers, Grenadiers. I have my recon plane flying around just to check out what we got here. We got an artillery piece here. That's gonna be an annoyance. There's a recon team on the left hand side. Infantry sections are hold fire, so they allow them to like secure it, or just like so that way they can surprise my dudes armed with bars to surprise them. A M3 Scout car is on support. It's a pretty good support vehicle, armed with a 50 caliber machine gun. I basically give my half tracks only 50 caliber machine guns. Looks like we got, yeah, this is somebody else. This is my Sherman, his infantry. Mainly my dudes are focused in the town. I have a mortar moving up currently to support my dudes. Where's my AT gun? I think I left it right here just to ambush it. I don't know to check out the range. I need to check out how much far I can shoot. So currently another half track's moving up to support my dudes. The reason why they're a little better than up is because I think there's an armed leader somewhere. He's somewhere around here, but there's a leader supporting my dudes, giving them boost morale. Half tracks are lighting up these pioneers, are only armed with SDGs and a couple of 42s. They're pretty ineffective against light vehicle, or ineffective against these things, except these Panzer IIs armed with their 20 millimeter cannons. Oh, that's gonna be a little annoyance. So I might have to move my Shermans to quickly deal with that. I think they're repairing or something. So yeah, one of my Shermans are coming up. Command Sherman's quickly sniping them, I think. Yeah, you can't see them anymore, so he's got to pull back. Multiple artillery pieces. Oh my god, he has 6 of these. Oh, is that how? Yeah. 6 artillery pieces raining down on me. I think this is this Angel? No, this is Captain. Because it looks like Lemur has secured the hillside and I'm going to quickly push out. Meanwhile, left infantry down the hill, waiting for the 72 pounders, kind of covering this my left flank. I give them good congrats for helping me with that. I call a defensive beacon, requesting some support, knowing that I thought I was gonna be screwed. That church tower was destroyed. A couple mortars and stuff like that. I don't have a Calliope. We do have Calliopes as the Americans, which is a really good artillery piece. 14 it's like a good rocket artillery. I like it a lot more. You could also build the famous long tom, 155 millimeter long toms in this game. A couple Typhoons on the left hand side. It looks like the Brit is pushing it's a couple the Jaeger squads. Yeah, supported by a Jaeger officer. They've pinned out this defensive group, which are only armed with a couple Brens. They're not gonna beat these squads. If they do somehow, that's pretty impressive with their land fields. The Soviet is on hold, kind of waiting for a good push. Pack 38, actually, sorry, my bad. Pack 38 is watching the hillside, doesn't see this. My my little M3 scout car, the engine is destroyed, but the actual thing, the gun works still. So now it's just a defensive position. Sapphire, I can't speak Russian, so if I have terrible Russian names or Collins, that's probably it. Sapiri, I think, yeah, they're like infantry sections, I think. T-34s, a couple recon squads. Sherman Jumbos. It looks like the Russians and the US are pushing together. And this is Garvidi troops, which are basically like guards, infantry, company heroes too. They're armed with PPSHs, DP-28s, a couple Mosin guns and stuff like that. And then a bunch of Brits pushing up the rifle sections. Uh, so in the town, coming back to my side, in the town right now, there's a couple of infantry sections moving up. My Sherman's casually engaging. I think engaging this pack gun. Doesn't have line of sight of it. Moving back my 57 millimeter half track. Been deploying a lot more infantry to help secure this area, or just like hold it, because we need to hold this VP. This one was very critical. The Soviets and the Brits have managed to secure a front across the town, allowing many reinforcements to quickly pour across this bridge. If the Germans did prioritize this bridge, it would have been a little bit of annoyance because you really had to smoke this thing. It's really important in the early game if you can secure it or not. If you can't secure it, you're kind of screwed over. You can't screw you over yourself if you're on this side of the map. And the north hand side, it's a little easier. It's a little easier to defend. What I think Eugene should do is they should add another bridge right here. Even though I know it's not historically accurate with like most of these maps being 1:1 ratio, or like they're actually accurate to what it is in real life. I feel like they should add another bridge right here, allowing more units to get across. Because this is really a pain to fight over, or just add at least some cover over here. It's okay, but the smoke rounds are allowing them to get across. So, or technically, what you should do is if this didn't happen, you smoke the bridge and you get your guys to blitz across the right, blitz across that river. Half track is being bombarded by 6 LFHs in the back by Captain Iron. That is 6 pieces of artillery. That's a lot of artillery pieces. A couple of grenadier squads. Um, they can match my rifleman squads, which I think these engineers only are armed with Thompsons and Grands. My favorite. Oh, the command Sherman gets wiped, gets destroyed from a shell of heaven from above. Yeah, they're just gonna get bombed to death from 6 LFHs. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, Dimebag? Where's Dimebag? Yeah. Diamondbacks on my side. So I have to pull back these guys. I have no counter for this. Since they're super far away, I cannot be able to hit those with my little half track, mortar half track. So I could save up for a long tom and kind of counter barrage that, uh, or just let it happen. Good thing he didn't. Their team was kind of just sitting back and doing a lot of artillery spam at me. Not a lot of infantry and stuff to secure the town VPs. This game was conquest, so you need these VPs to win. A couple AA guns shooting down these German Messerschmitts. One of the Messerschmitts goes down. A couple S-Truppen are coming back to reinforce the front. Garvidi troops are on standby, just kind of like waiting. Tiger tanks forced to fall back. Yeah, my side was a little more relaxed. Because they just kept artillerying me. So I was forced to retreat. Just saying, do not do this. I'm just saying. I know it's cool. Look at these shells of death. I know you want to reenact like your World War I like fanfic or whatever, but please do not spam 6 artillery pieces. It doesn't really help out your team. Like I get it, you're being a support player, but you still need infantry to hold the town. That's what allowed us to win the game. And besides maybe defending a left-hand bridge, but this was a really important area because it has two. It's like a kind of the center of the map, so that was pretty important, vital. Meanwhile, the Brits and the Soviets have pushed the Germans on the left-hand side are currently engaging these Stugs with their T-34s, Kameradi tanks, engaging these T-34s. Strasstruppen and a couple of Grenadiers are coming to reinforce the woods. A bunch of Garvidi, Sapri, and more uh, Garvidi troops are coming into the woods, and a couple PTRSs. A couple Grenadiers. The hill's really a pain to fight over for both allied for allies and the Germans. You can see the wrecks of Panzer IV and a Sherman and a couple half tracks. I think these are American vehicles. Yeah, American and a Panzer IV, all lying and waiting. Stir pioneers waiting in the woods to come back. A couple I call up an M10. Who's Dingus? Where's Dingus? I don't know where Dingus is, but I think Dingus is one of these players over here. I know. No. No. I don't know where he is, but he's over here somewhere. He's in this game somewhere, but I guess he surrendered because it looks like on theirs. I don't know why would he surrender. He's doing okay. He's doing okay. Well, he probably doesn't have a lot of stuff. Maybe he rage quit because he didn't have any stuff. Recon plane gets wiped by like every single AA piece. That's a that's a news. More artillery shells are raining death on me. That was really annoying. I could have saved it for a long time, but I didn't want to. So I decided to, because they were really, it's like a 170, I think, for manpower. You still get manpower in this game, similar to Company Heroes 2. I think, but you only get a certain amount of troops. So you can't just like, let's say you want to spam like a bunch of infantry sections or like tanks. You can't do that because you'll automatically lose it. You can't do because you have a limited amount of them. And if you lose the squads that you like, you can't replace them. They can't come back. So you have to make sure you have the stuff you need. I think an M10 tank destroyer gets destroyed. While I do like the M10s, they're in this game. I wish they had the Jacksons for the Americans. Uh, that is a Calliope currently firing onto this position. And oh my god, it pins down so many squads. They're all bunched up. I get it's the woods and you get a lot of cover, but damn, that the Calliope doesn't really care about that. It really can pin down multiple squads. I called down a Calliope barrage to counter barrage this mortar, I think. Yeah, I did. Oh, and they did call more artillery. He has seven. Someone has 7 artillery pieces. 7 goddamn artillery pieces. Oh my god, that's so many artillery pieces. Do not do that in any game. But I really don't. It doesn't help your team. Yeah. So really, the Germans in this game, they should have got more infantry sections or infantry groups. shall I say, onto the field because I think an engineer squad just got wholly destroyed. But uh, it really only does annoyance, and it doesn't really help out your team. A couple, two dudes beat a four man squad, but they get swarmed. They get killed by a pioneer squad. Recon team is trying. I think I told them to chase it. Yeah, here's the squad. That squad's chasing it. Yeah, they're armed with their STG 44s, so they could beat most squads at close range. But they get swarmed by like my 50 cals, T-34, and engineer squad. In this town, oh my god, there's like artillery shells and there's wreckages of my tanks in this battle. I have a recon team kind of watching out over this side, keeping. They're pretty. It's a really good, handy squad because they can be able to watch and observe and see what is on the battlefield and report. Not like an recon plane where it has to fly over a certain area and could get shot down by planes. This thing is really these squads. If you leave them hold fire, can easily can deal with it. I try to get my supply truck to help um, supply the Calliope, but that gets destroyed. Sad face from the artillery amount of LFHs in the backfield. Um, Overall, my opinion so far on this game, because I actually enjoy this game a lot. It's very fun. Reminds me a lot of Ruse, this old game called Ruse, similar to this game, where it's like a very large scale battle and you kind of have to control stuff. This is a 10v10. It's like a custom game. Haven't tried a real games yet because I don't want to because I'm still trying to learn this game. So I've been mainly doing a lot of 10v10s, try to figure out what to do and try to play it. I haven't played any of the campaign stuff yet. I only watched a couple YouTube videos online, but overall, I still finding this game a lot better. It's a lot fun in my opinion because there's different units, different divisions, different armies. There's even the Hungarians for crying out loud in this game. No Italians, rip. So yeah, my game, this game so far is pretty fun. I will probably be playing this a lot. Still gonna play some Company Heroes 2. Don't worry if you're gonna be like, oh Sherman, play some Company Heroes 2. God, you better play some more Company Heroes 2. And probably some people are like, no, you better just play some more up-to-date games. Let's be honest, Sherman. Yeah, so I'm gonna be probably playing this game a lot. This game's a little more. If you want to, you can subscribe and share. Anyway, my half track is out of ammo. Calliope's coming up. Another infantry rifleman squad. So these guys come with bars, I think. Bars, one bazooka, and a couple Thompsons and stuff. Another Stern Pioneer squad's coming in to reinforce. I don't know why this guy's trying to run across an open field with the squads because there's like nothing to cover it because there's literally two T-34s. A little bunched up together. They should spread out a little bit. Sniping away because it's realistic ranges. So he's gonna force the fall back. Yeah, they're gonna have to run away. More squads are. Where's that gunfire coming from? Gunfire is coming in from the woods. Lots of infantry. I mean, a lot of infantry is in the woods. I mean, holy crap, that's a lot of squads wiping the most of Gravity troops, and that's not good. This T-34 is stuck. The turret's actually stuck. So it's gonna be pretty much screwed. It gets one shot from a Panzerfaust, I think. Yeah, it had a Panzerfaust. Panzerfaust gets to destroy this T-34 in the woods. So lots of infantry. It's like zombies. They're just pouring in through. So that's not good. He's gonna use his mortars to bombard the Germans as they move up. As this gun's gonna have to fall back, an AA Maxim, like it's just a truck with a couple of like four Maxims on it, is gonna have to hold a line against all these infantry. It's suppressing them. It's getting the job done, but oh, it gets destroyed automatically. That is not good. There is nothing. Yeah, so that's not good. Meanwhile, I'm just bringing up stuff to reinforce the town. I call up another jumbo, calling over a rifleman squad to reinforce the town. I think this half track gets destroyed, and these guys just kind of have to stand here now. I like the squad. It's pretty helpful. Yes, they get their bazooka. It's pretty helpful. So I take up the town. I push up using some smoke rounds to cover this, so I can get my dudes up here. A couple Shermans on standby. I have 176 Sherman in standby. My favorite Sherman is honestly the jumbo in this game, and because it has 150 millimeters of armor, I think. I don't know how much. I think it does. I think that's yeah. So anyway, I need to check the stats or check the stats before I make up stuff. But this tank is a pretty tanky unit. It can absorb most shots from the front. But if it still shoots from the side, it could still get penned. But other most things can't deal with it in the front of the vehicle, so it's pretty beastie tank. I can take up most hits. Lots of grenadiers are coming in to reinforce the town. That I mean, like holy crap, that's a lot of shots stupid from iron. So you've just been spamming a lot of infantry, and oh, the artillery pieces did move up. It's like a World War One version of this. So the infantry are coming in. They're making a move. Um, they're gonna start bombarding. I quickly get out and tell my guys to get in this house. To make a hold. I call P-47 to. You could still. It doesn't have to be just armor. It can be infantry only. This by P-47 though might get screwed over because I don't have a. It gets screwed over and it crashes. I build another one. I quickly build another one, but I leave it on standby because I don't want to like waste it. That is a lot of infantry. That's like a World War One charge. Jesus Christ. Captain Irons making a big push with all this infantry. I make a point out to my team to let them know about this because I was like, oh my god, what am I supposed to do? I don't have anything to counter it. So I quickly try to call up some stuff. Calliope is starting to fire whatever shells it has left onto this infantry. A little too early. It gets one of the squads to pin down. Jumbos are supporting another Sherman's back here. They retreated, pulled back. A couple of riflemen are moving up as I speak. As we speak, a mortar is gonna get reinforced. Get some ammo from an M2 half supply truck. My Calliope is currently reloading its shells and it's gonna start engaging all this infantry right here. That is so much infantry. I mean, that is a lot of infantry. I tell my team I need some help from this. I don't have any dudes right now. I only have a couple rifleman sections. And but the Calliopes are firing away. It's like a a zombie horde. So I pinned most of these squads. Calliope is super good at pinning down squads. If only napalm strikes were in this game. Uh, I pinned down most of the squads. Someone calls down the PIL-2 on this with rockets on it. That was pretty cool. It gets away though from all these 20 millimeters. Another IL-2 comes down to suppress them. That's pretty. Thankfully that happened because these squads would have kept advancing. Yeah, they're still advancing. Luckily, we were winning by VPs. We had most of the VPs. I call it danger close artillery, a little in front of it to prepare. I should have. Maybe I should have called it right here. But anyway, that is the game because we're gonna about to win. T-34 goes down by a Falkenwerfer. All this infantry is coming in. I get a 50 cal. I think I'm calling up a 50. Yeah, I'm calling them up. All this infantry is pinned down. So that's pinned down. I'm gonna bring up my half track to bombard that. Bring up another half track and a Calliope to contain this horde. My jumbos are going at it with their 50 cals and their 30 caliber machine guns, lighting up all this infantry. These riflemen, they don't stand a chance. They only have their carbines and their M1 Grands, so they gotta make their shots count because they all have MP40s and a couple MG42s. I bring up a 50 cal, and that's the game. Um, anyway, what we learned, you don't spam artillery, and unless you really like have like maybe I think only two is really important. Like 2 or 1 is pretty helpful. Not like 5 or 8, because that's way too much artillery, and you need to hold a front. Anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. Leave a like if you did, and subscribe to see more. Let me know if you guys want to see more videos from Steel Division 2, or you're like, no, Sherman, don't do this game ever again. All right, I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video. Have an awesome day, guys, and bye bye.